Welcome. Over the next few minutes, we're going to cover how you can be the critical line of defense against a threat that endangers millions of people. We're talking, of course, about counterfeit medicines. Your ability to spot them and handle them correctly isn't just about following the rules, it's about saving lives. Let's get right into it. To really understand why this is so critical, you have to get a sense of the sheer scale of the problem. Just look at this number, 2.5 million. That's how many illegal doses of medicine were seized in just 1 week during a single international operation. So yeah, this is not a minor issue. It's a full-blown global health crisis, and it's happening right now. You know, this quote from the MHRA's acting head of enforcement really hits the nail on the head. It all comes down to uncertainty. When these fake products get into our supply chain, we lose all control. We have no idea what's really in the package, where it came from, or most importantly, if it's safe. And that's exactly why your vigilance is so incredibly important. Now, make no mistake, this isn't the work of a few small-time crooks. We are up against a highly organized global criminal network. And when you look at the details from just one major crackdown, you really start to see the true scope of what we're all facing. Just take a look at these numbers. They tell a story, don't they? A story about a sophisticated worldwide criminal enterprise. We're talking 80 countries, thousands of illegal websites, millions of pounds in seized goods. This isn't random. It's coordinated. They use the internet. They use international mail, all to try and break into our systems. And that makes the legitimate supply chain, well, that makes it the primary battleground. So how do we fight back against something this big? Well, to combat this on a systemic level, regulators have given us a really powerful tool. In Europe, it's called the Falsified Medicines Directive, or FMD for short. Think of this as our primary legislative defense. The mission of the FMD is actually pretty simple, but it is profound. It's all about fortifying the entire legal supply chain, from the moment a medicine is made to the moment it gets to a pharmacy. The whole point is to make it way, way harder for fake medicines to slip through the cracks by creating a secure, verifiable, and transparent system. So the directive is kind of built on these 4 key pillars. But for those of us on the front lines in distribution, the one that is the most critical, the one you'll actually see and interact with every single day, is that first one, the mandatory safety features on the outer packaging. Okay, let's break this down because these are the 2 features you absolutely have to know. First, you've got the unique identifier. The best way to think of this is like a fingerprint for each individual medicine pack. It's a special 2D barcode that has the product code, batch, expiration date, and a totally unique serial number. It lets us track and trace that specific pack on its entire journey. Second, there's the anti-tampering device. This could be a seal, maybe some special glue. It's a clear visual sign that tells you if a package has been opened or messed with. And, just to be clear, both of these are absolutely mandatory. So that's the theory, but what does this all look like in practice? Let's walk through a scenario that you could easily run into on any given day. For this, let's say you work for a company we'll call Apex Distributors. So, picture it. You're working on the receiving dock at Apex. A shipment comes in. It's a common product, one you see all the time, but right away, a couple of things just feel off. The price is way below the normal market rate, and it's coming from a supplier you've never even heard of. This is your first test. So what happens next? Okay, this is where your training immediately kicks in. You recognize these 2 things, an unusually low price and an unknown source, as massive red flags. These are classic signs that something is very wrong with this shipment. You know better than to just accept it and move it down the line. So, the red flags are waving. What do you do now? Well, in a situation like this, there is zero room for guesswork or assumptions. You have to follow a clear, systematic protocol. Let's walk through it together. You and your team at Apex immediately start running down this checklist. You've already flagged source and price, right? Now it's time for a physical check. You pull a carton from this new shipment and you put it right next to one from your existing legitimate stock. And that's when you see it. The printing on the new boxes, it looks just a little bit blurry. And the cardboard, it feels a little thinner. Now you have multiple signs that something's wrong. With all this evidence mounting, the protocol demands 3 immediate non-negotiable actions. First, you segregate. That entire suspicious shipment gets moved to a secure quarantine area far away from all the other stock. Second, you label it. Clearly, not for sale. And third, you inform. The proper authorities and the product's original marketing authorization holder must be notified without any delay.
And I really want to stress this part. This isn't just a suggestion. It's not a best practice. It is a direct regulatory requirement. The rules are crystal clear. Your quick, decisive action to segregate and report, that's the final firewall. It's the one thing that stops these potentially harmful products from ever reaching a patient.
So, by following these procedures, the team at Apex Distributors did more than just their job. They fulfilled their most important duty. They stopped dangerous products from getting into the market, and in doing so, they protected countless patients from potential harm. This is the real-world impact of your expertise. You are that last line of defense. You see, this whole system is designed to protect patients, but it has one critical, absolutely essential component: you. It only works if every single person in the chain is trained, alert, and ready to act. So remember this checklist. Apply this knowledge. Be the expert who ensures our medicines are safe. The question isn't just what you've learned. The real question is, are you ready?